Hi Internet, welcome to the channel. I'm John Appleseed, your host. Let's do the Los Angeles Times Sunday crossword puzzle. I'm doing this on Monday morning. I didn't have a chance to look at this yesterday, so let's see what we do today. The constructor is Pam Amick Klawitter, the editor is Patty Verrill, and the title of the puzzle today is C'est le puzzle, which makes me think there might be still a lot of French language answers or clues in here, in which case I might have a little bit of advantage. I may have mentioned I do speak a little French. One across, Sonoma neighbor, don't know that. And then one down is a big name in fusion cuisine, don't know. Two down, budget alternative. Budget is a rental car company, maybe Avis, for another four-letter rental car. Three down, hill, helper, could be an aid on Capitol Hill. Four down, Taylor Swift's red, or Joni Mitchell's blue. Don't know that. Napa is a place in Sonoma. Hill helper. Is it an ant hill? I don't know. 18 across, yellow shape on IKEA's logo. I think that's an oval. So let's take out aid. That was incorrect, apparently. 23 across is hypothesis about the origin of oversized bracelets, with a question mark. This may be one of our themed answers, perhaps involving some French. The origins of oversized bracelets. No. 27 across, deplete. Hill helper. Okay, don't know those. 24 down, who cares attitude. Apathy, maybe. I don't know. 5 across, colt's mama. A female horse is a mare, right? 5 down, early web portal. Was that the Microsoft network, maybe? 6 down, pool shot considerations. Caroms? Is there another word for a female horse? Dam is D-A-M. That doesn't fit. 7 down, gold-wrapped candy. Let's try Rolo for that. Gives me more confidence about mare. Lamb's mamas are ewes. Okay, we're using all our kindergarten knowledge for the names of female animals here. K2 cover. K2 is a high mountain peak, so it'd be covered with snow. Pool shot considerations. Angles. Okay, and then shed could be lose. 428 across. 25 down. Contact number would be your telephone number. Number is abbreviated in the clue, so probably also in the answer. Hypothesis about the origin of oversized bracelets. Bracelets might be bangles. Baubles, bangles, see how they jingle, wearing baubles, bangles and beads. So maybe bangle will go in the clue. Still don't know what it is. I don't know 9 across, 22 across letters. We'll have to come back to that. 20 across is green course in Germany. A green course. Not quite sure if that means ecologically friendly or a salad, maybe. I think the German word for salad would be Salat. Whitman of Good Girls, don't know that. 11 down, Cottontail's kin. Some kind of a rabbit? Don't know. French Revolution figure, probably lots of things that would fit in there. 21 down, Gibson of the Collective. Don't know that. All right. So this is a Sunday puzzle, so we're not going to roll over immediately. 13 across, unseasoned. Bland, maybe. 22 across, rock medium. Oh, and this was linked to this clue. 22 across, letters. Maybe AC/DC and metal. I'm not sure about that. 26 across, marital acquisition. No. And 29 across, soars behind a boat. That would be parasailing, right? Parasails. Make it a third-person verb. Let's look at the downs. 2032, Summer Olympics host city. Okay, don't know what that is. Haven't seen that announcement. 14 down, covered patios. No. 15 down, improvisers, forte. An ad lib, possibly. Singer Horan of One Direction. Don't know that. And 17 down, use a divining rod. Dowsing is that act of trying to find water with a forked stick. Let's try bland for unseasoned. That does fit with what we've got so far. Okay, so not metal for the rock medium. Is it audio? You would inquire in-laws when you get married. And 33 across, must have cookbook in every Maine kitchen. Maine spelled like the state. So is there a city in Maine? Augusta is, I think, the state capital. I may have that wrong. Yeah, I don't know. Or is it lobster? Must have cookbook. A lobster libre. Libre would be the French word for book, which would fit in these last ones. Yeah, don't know. What is a city that begins B blank IS? Covered patios are lanais, the Hawaiian porch. You can have rock radio. Nile or Neil is a word. Horan looks kind of maybe Irish. Maybe that's a word. Let's try radio for rock medium. Brisbane. Could this be a lobster Bible? Let's just see if that fits. Okay, don't see French in there. But Lobster Bible would be a must-have cookbook in Maine, where there's lobster is plentifully available. Let's try Brisbane, Australia, for where the Summer Olympics might be in 2032. Scuba spots are the seas, I guess. Area code for 30 down. 21 down, that's Gibson of the Collective. I haven't seen that or heard of that. Actor Penn is Sean Penn, or is it Penn as in there's a Cal Penn? Well, this is an A for area, isn't it? So that I was thinking it couldn't be Sean because that wouldn't fit, but now change that A to what it should be. Something Gibson. If this is Salat, is it Therese Gibson? Yeah, theory. Some kind of theory is a hypothesis. Ash would be a sign that a fire was there in the past. AM, FM would be radios or letters that go along with radio. 22 across. Flopsy? Flopsy Mopsy and Peter Cottontail were the names of the rabbits from that story, which I didn't care for as a child because he got caught by the farmer or something. Marat is a figure from the French Revolution. I'm going to try the German word for salad, which I think is salat. May Whitman, that fits with theory if we spell May, M-A-E. And then Tyrese Gibson. Okay, that sounds like a plausible name. So what is an oversized bracelet? And a big bangle. Oh, maybe we are inserting the letters L-E, say le puzzle. That's the French definite article, masculine. So L-E, maybe we take Big Bang Theory, we insert the letters L-E and make it Big Bangle Theory. We take lobster bib, which is something you would wear to eat lobster, put an L-E at the end, it becomes Lobster Bible. All right, I think that is what the theme will be, so not really helpful to know French other than to recognize that L-E is a word. Nobu is a restaurant. I guess maybe that's a fusion restaurant. Deplete, use up. Maybe blue and red are albums from those artists, okay? Then we can put in Napa for the neighbor of Sonoma, a place in Northern California, and Page instead of aid for someone who helps on Capitol Hill. Then 31 across, classic Angela Lansbury roll. Jessica Fletcher does not fit, but she also played Auntie Mame on the stage. You charm the husk right off of the corn, Mame. You coax the blues right out of the horn, Mame. So I think that's what that is, Auntie Mame. Apathy for the who cares attitude seems to fit. Checklist items for 39 across. I put in tasks there. I think that works. 32 down, club spread. What might you spread on a club sandwich? Mayo, perhaps. 36 across, GI address, a place you might send mail to a person in the military. It could be an Army Post Office, APO. 44 across, like some beach reads. Beach reads are stereotypically kind of trashy. And 36 down, common website. I'm not sure about that. 37 down, Madrid Museum. I think that's the Prado. Or is it Prada? I'm going to try Prado. The Old Blank Bucket, a Woodworth poem. The Old Oaken Bucket, just trying to think of a word that begins OA that might describe a bucket. I think oaken would work. 52 across, wait, don't forget the most important hamburger topping. Don't know. Peace of mind. Oh, pickle. I'm trying to think of words that have where we might insert an LE. Pickle is something you might put on a hamburger. And then if we used pick, a phrase involving pick, maybe it's take your pick. Take your pick. We change that to take your pickle. Don't forget your most important hamburger topping, your pickle. Take that along with you. I was thinking this might be attic. That is a site where you might see spider webs commonly. So I guess that's what that is. But I was thinking of it the other way around. What is something you see in a web? Of course, you wouldn't see the attic in the web. But if we think about it the other way around, where might you see a web in the attic? Okay, that works. Peace of mind is an idea. Click it or ticket restraint for 45 down. I think that's seatbelt. Looks like it's linked to another answer. We'll figure that out when we get there. Legal agreement is contract. 53 down, release as a seatbelt. Unclasp, maybe? I'm not sure. 40 down, sport that may involve chopping boards, karate. I think. 46 across, hill staffers. Okay, man, we can't put aids in for that one. 41 down, takes a taste, sips. I bet he knew people were going to guess aid here, or she, Pam did. Aids and page would be the answers for hill helpers. Karate, sips, old school paper copies. Don't know. Boss Tweed, cartoonist, that's Thomas Nast, I think. Paper copies. Don't know that. 71 across, highlight of a military band's museum tour. Don't know. Maybe bugle, bug and bugle. We'll figure out how that goes. Go, go, go for 64 down. Maybe run. 65 down, grows older, ages. Okay, so this might begin bugle. That would be something a military band would use. And then bug could begin some kind of phrase. Broadway opener for 74 across. Don't know that. I want it's not unclasp, it's not unclick, it's how do you release a seatbelt? You unclick it, you undo it. I don't know. Broadway opener, still don't know that. 81 across, Aretha's genre. That's probably Aretha Franklin, the queen of soul music. 87 across, Medicare section would be part something. A, B, or C, or D, or I can't remember how many parts there are. Mimic for 94 across is a good crossword word to know. Ape is a word for mimic or copy. Cake by the sink, you might have a cake of soap by your sink for 74 down. 75 down, turn salmon into lox, say. Is lox cured salmon? I was going to say puree, but I think it's cured. And then Act 1, Scene 1 would be the opening of a Broadway play. Unclip unclip your seatbelt. Yeah, I can accept that. So bugle, I like that as the beginning of 71 across. 72 down is Bad Monkey novelist Hyacinth. I think that's Carl with a C or maybe a K. Good Florida author. I'm solving this in Miami, so I read one of his books, I think, but I have him on my list to read more. 67 down, actor Mahershala. That is Mahershala Ali. There was a puzzle where his first name was in the answer, and I did not solve that one successfully, but now I remember it. 68 down, Nebraska Divider. Don't know that. Brewery fixtures could be oasts or vats. You might brew beer in vats. Bugle call. Bug call, don't know that. Dittos are what they called those old mimeograph sheets. Boy, that hasn't been used in a long time, right? They were all purple. You had to have reproduction fluid, and yeah, they came out purple. That's how we used to get our homework in school. So what are the brewery fixtures that begin with a T? They were called ditto sheets. Bug collection could become bugle collection for the highlight of the museum tour for a military band. What is the Nebraska Divider? Don't know. Use a surgical beam could be lays. Taps. You would have taps in a brewery, yeah. The Platte River is in Nebraska, and Cambodia's continent is Asia. Okay, that works. 59 across, mythological ship, the Argo, Jason and the Argonauts. Sunday message is a sermon, which can be abbreviated SER. Poe-like, like Edgar Allan Poe might be Gothic. Once Upon a Midnight Dreary. 61 down, Avignon, approvals. Okay, I get to use my French a little bit. Un petit peu. You can say ouise for yes in French. Avignon is in France. Postage scale units, ounces. Sur le pont d'Avignon, l'on y danse, l'on y danse. They dance at the bridge at Avignon, a nice French nursery rhyme song. 49 across, blockhead, a dolt or an oaf, maybe. What is 55 across? 2 under par would be an eagle in golf. 56 down, Steelers division, probably AFC North. Wouldn't have been able to get that without the crossing letters, but I think that's right. 49 down, Shrek's sort. Shrek is an ogre. 50 down, bass or bass offerings. Bass makes ales. So Scooby Gang leader is Fred, yeah? Made a meal for, fed, and oaf for blockhead. Okay, zoinks! Watching Scooby-Doo helps there to fill in that little section. 77 across, you flatter me. Oh, stop it. Might fit. 84 across, Fanang cuisine. I'm going to guess it's Thai from the letters we have, and Fanang sounds like it might be a place in Thailand. Trade jabs is Spar. 89 across, display models made for a palace renovation. Palace renovation, trying to think of an LE word that might do with palace. Don't know. 83 down, building unit, apartment, might fit. Apateo. Just looked that song up the other day to try and figure out what in the world they were saying. It's a Korean word for an apartment. Display models made for a palace renovation. Don't know. 55 down. 85 down. Music scholar known for a Beethoven catalog. Don't know that. Sandpapery. Coarse. Sandpaper is viewed as coarse. 92 down. Crushed as an exam. Maybe aced. 93 down. Some fast food outlets. Don't know that. Some Ralph Lauren casuals for 78 down. Nope, 79 down is non-reactive in chemistry. That's probably inert. And 80 down, appetizing, tasty. So novelist Jaffe for 86 across. Rona Jaffe rings a bell. Display models made for a palace renovation, or display models made for a palace renovation. Castle might have to do with palaces. Maybe it's plaster cast becoming plaster castles. Polo shirts might be Ralph Lauren. Casuals, accomplished could be your cohort. 93 down, some fast food outlets. Sonic is a fast food outlet. Number of tiles played for a Scrabble bingo. 7, I'm going to guess. I don't play Scrabble, but I do watch David Webb's channel where he does kind of what I'm doing in real time. He plays Scrabble online and explains what he's doing. I think a bingo is when you use all your letters. Is it Hess? Take a shot for 98 across. No, 90 down, open mouth. Agog might fit. Heavyweight battle for 91 down. Sumo wrestling would be heavyweight battle. Take a stab or take a shot could be to guess. Hess is a German name that might fit there. Okay, let's try that. Act as an accomplished to abet for 95 across. 88 down is sorcery. This is going to be A, B, C, D, or there might even be an E. Sorcery is, I don't know. 100 across, like most folklore. Don't know that. 105 across, silliest cart on a hayride. Get going, Louisiana hayride. Get going, we all are ready. 105 down, rugged rocks. Around the rocks, the rugged rascal ran. Don't know what that is. Cake by the sink, we've looked at that. Are you listening to me? For 106 down, don't know. 107 down, up to, time-wise, until. T-I-L. 100 down, pump number. A gas pump might have the octane number on it. 100 across, like most folklore. Old? Oral. Folklore typically not written down, it's oral. May honoree would be Mom. Mother's Day is in May. The silliest cart. Is it truck becomes truckle, or wagon might be the end. Chuck wagon becomes chuckle wagon, yes. Okay, like that. 112 across, 2 down, offering. Something offered by Avis would be a rental car. 120 across, pre-honeymoon destination. The wedding altar would be where you go before your honeymoon. Quick flash of light. A glint, maybe. Crags could be rugged rocks. Glint of light. The dark arts for sorcery. Part D for Medicare section. The dark arts. Boot bottoms are souls. And hello. Hello. Are you listening to me? Okay. 110 across is make a montage, say. Don't know that. Persia today is Iran. 121 across. Why is my faucet dripping all the time, for example? Don't know. Opts for, elects. Trickle. Would be trick and trickle. Maybe it's a trick question becomes trickle question. Does that fit? All right, I think that's kind of a lucky guess, but yeah, trickle. Faucet dripping made me think of trickle as an LE word. Cautions, warns. La vie en rose, Oscar winner Cotillard. Quand il me prend dans les bras, il me parle tout bas. C'est ça la vie en rose. So that is the song by Edith Piaf. Marion Cotillard, I think, played her in La Vie en Rose. I guess that's a biopic about her. Haven't seen that one. Sleep soundly is to snore, sleep while making sound, wine label word is cru, un petit peu plus de français. And then tight is snug, and keg is your beer barrel. All right, I need to cough just a moment. And we're back. Too many French consonants in the back of the throat, I guess. 103 down, stadiums could be venues. 115 down, Caribbean color, maybe aqua. Some M&Ms, reds. Hamilton Burr Showdown for 127 across would be a duel. Ten Commandments of Duels was one of the songs from that. Some M&Ms, let's try reds. Cheek is sass. And raised trains are the L's, elevated trains in Chicago and other places. So let's try Sonics for the fast food outlets. Make a montage could be to edit together. Blank tot, tater tot. 117 down, Hayworth of Gilda. Rita Hayworth was an actress. 118 down, Gloom, partner, Doom and Gloom. I think we're almost done here. Rapper blank B is Cardi B. Alma mater of Bear Grylls. Is that Eton, maybe? Cozy quarters are Inns. Hits head on is Rams, so S finishes the puzzle. And we still have some blanks. Okay, good. Glad I saw those. Crude outfit, an organization dealing with crude oil, would be OPEC. And Lie in the Sun is Basque. Use Zella. I guess that's a payment app like Venmo, so we can put in A to finish the puzzle. There we go. Just over 26 minutes for a Sunday puzzle, in line with my usual time. I assumed from the title we were going to have a lot of French language answers and clues in here, which didn't turn out to be the case, only a couple. And this wasn't even really French language either. We had a couple songs. I like this theme. This is clever. I thought Bangle might fit in here, but it didn't quite know the answer. I put in Lobster Bible, just thinking that was the answer, not really realizing what the theme was, and then kind of reversed engineer once we got Big Bangle Theory looking more likely, that we were inserting LE into common phrases, and that ended up being the case. Big Bangle Theory, Lobster Bible, Take Your Pickle, Bugle Collection, Plaster Castles, Chuckle Wagon, and Trickle Question. I think Chuckle Wagon and Trickle Question, knowing the theme, certainly helped me solve those a lot more quickly than I would have been able to do otherwise. All right, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.